knife, that's a knife.
G'day, Tanner Koto, and welcome back to the Anzac Gaming channel. I'm the Anzac Gamer, also known as AngelLad85, and today I thought I would actually do another one of these, considering that, well, I've done one on my channel. I did one for Top Hats and Champagne's channel. Now this video comes by way of a person that I follow on Twitter who's basically went around and said to this particular peasant, what, you tag me in this because you want me to do a video on you so you can get views for your channel? Not happening. I'm not wasting my time with you. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, I'm still small and insignificant enough. I'll do it. Why not? I mean, I'm pretty sure that this person's actually trolling, but then again, just in case this person is actually being for realsies, I thought probably should do it anyway. So, Fratanga, Bullet Barry, I got you, fam. That's what kids say, right? Fam. Fuck it, future me. Roll the clip.
What is up, everybody? And today we're doing an unscripted live commentary, and we're gonna be talking about why PC gaming is starting to die.
G'day, today I'm doing a scripted one, not live, to say that you're wrong. But continue.
So first off, I think we all know this, but PCs can't keep up with the price performance of their consoles. For example, the Xb1X, a true 4K 60 FPS console that plays most, if not all, games at 4K.
Nope, it doesn't. Most titles I've been hearing about lately have been saying, well, basically checkerboard upscaling and dynamic resolution locked at 30 FPS.
For only $500. Now, for $500, let's look at what kind of PC you can get. So if I'm on PC Part Picker right now, the most I can see is an Intel Core i3 and 1050 Ti, which isn't even close to the performance of an Xbox One X on paper. Not to mention that Xbox One has advantage in optimization.
Well, an i3 and a 1050 Ti are actually strong enough to drive Forza 7 at 4K 60 FPS if the leaked spec sheet for it is to be believed, and considering that Forza 7 is the poster child for 4K 60 FPS on the One X, that's pretty much, that's actually saying a lot in terms of power for the One X. And console optimization. How many times do we have to tell you peasants this? That console optimization is not what you guys think it is. Basically, in short, it is, we've made the game run on console. And that's how it runs on console. If a game runs poorly on a PC, it is to do with the developer being lazy, because standards exist on PC.
And great AAA exclusives like Halo 5 and Red Dead Redemption, which is arguably one of the best gaming series in history of all time, and the only games I'm willing to pre-order.
Oh, a peasant topic switch. Yes? Ask Top Hats. Okay, I'll ask Top Hats when he's got a free moment. But anyway, great AAA exclusives is a purely subjective thing, because what I consider to be a good game may not be considered a good game by others, and what you consider to be actually good games, I know plenty of people that actually think are shitty titles. Don't like them, hate them. And considering that, again, when you mention exclusives, we've actually got a problem here, because, well, let's see, Microsoft aren't doing exclusives anymore, are they? Pretty much every single first party exclusive is actually coming to Windows 10 as well, so it's coming to PC. So is there really any reason to have a One X? If you've already got a decent gaming computer, why buy a One X? Think about that.
I mean, let's be honest, we all grew up on some kind of Halo or Red Dead Redemption or some PS4 exclusive. You don't grow up on PC usually. You usually will grow up on console because your parents, that's what your parents buy you. But
Another topic switch? Ask Top Hats again. I can't keep running to Top Hats to ask him a question. He's a very busy man. Alright. Now, why is it that you peasants always consider that the US seems to be the entire world and forget that gaming is actually a global thing? So yes, maybe in the US you do grow up on console. Maybe. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of you guys that actually have grown up on PC gaming and refuse to touch consoles and quite happy to be on PC gaming. But you know, let's examine this. There's let's see, I didn't actually grow up on console gaming, and I live in Australia, and I grew up in New Zealand. Hence, Anzac Gaming. And, you know, there are places like Brazil where console gaming is ridiculously expensive. So they actually play PC games. They grow up on PC gaming. They don't grow up on consoles in Brazil. Some of them might do if they've got rich parents, but it's the same thing. And it's not just Brazil. There are other places around the world where either PC gaming is just as affordable as console gaming, and since PCs are quite flexible in productivity, they go with the PC rather than console. The only reason to really go to a console is because of the exclusives, which unfortunately is a necessary evil within the business of consoles. Thankfully, Microsoft is kind of stepping away from that, but we'll see how far that will actually go. But before going into your next point, let's just go a little bit deeper with this whole thing, shall we? Now, yes, $500 is a fairly good price for a console, and $500 US for an actually fairly decent and powerful console. The One X is undeniably a fairly powerful system. However, the price versus performance side of things still lands square in the PC side of things, and there are reasons for that. If you had bothered to actually have, I don't know, done a simple Google search or YouTube search, you would have been presented with a plethora of builds that were at or maybe slightly more than $500 that are all 4K capable. So not Fraud K, trademark Anzac Gamer, like the One X and the PlayStation 4 Pro, but proper 4K, native 4K. And not only that, if you think about it, a PC is not just a gaming system. They have the productivity shit as well, but you also you don't have to pay for multiplayer online if multiplayer gaming is your thing. Your games are also generally cheaper. Now, I'm not talking about, of course they're cheaper, you can get them for free if you torrent them. No, piracy isn't as rampant as you may think. In fact, the reason that a lot of the games are cheaper on PC is, one, digital distribution. We don't generally deal with physical copies. Two, we don't have a trade second-hand game type thing going on. So developers aren't needing to charge extra to try and get a little bit of extra money that they lose in second-hand game trades. Because at the end of the day, the developer only ever sees money from the first sale. They don't see it in that second sale, or the third sale, or the fourth sale of the title. The only people that see that money are the retailer. So there is that. Now, there is further to this. A lot of you guys seem to forget that to get the most out of the One X, you need a 4K HDR capable TV, which can run you as, hang on, I've just got to check my things here. So that can run you at $650 US up to $6,000 US, depending on brand and size. Now, I hear that LG TVs are actually the best 4K HDR capable TVs, which start, from what I've seen, with a bit of cursory research into this, they're around $600 US to $6,000 US, again, depending on size. Sorry, not 600, they're actually at 2.5. I mixed that up, sorry. So $2,500 US to $6,000 US. So if we take the $2,500 TV, add $500 to it for the One X, we end up with a $3,000 system, gaming system. That, yes, you say, is also a TV. It's a TV as well, so you know, blah, 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 blah. But let's break this down, shall we? If we're talking about a pure gaming system, are you really going to be going out and trying to tell me that a decent 4K computer, which, by the way, we're going to break this down, a decent 28-inch 4K computer monitor, and it's a gaming capable monitor as well, is $800 US. We take that off the $3,000 price tag for the 4K HDR TV and the One X, and we're left with $2,200 US to play with. Now, a system in America built to that budget will not only just do 4K 60, it will do 4K 60 plus. So it'll do more than 60 frames per second at 4K on high to ultra settings. Hell, you can take half that budget, build the system, and use the other half to buy a HTC Vive, so the VR headset, and still have change to spare. But let's move on.
Anyways, my second reason, it's a even playing field in competitive games like Overwatch and Call of Duty and stuff like that when you play on consoles. But on PC, if you have a better keyboard and mouse, higher refresh rate monitor, you have a bigger and larger advantage over the next guy, and it's just not fair at all. And on PC, you can drop hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to give you a significant advantage.
While a decent keyboard and mouse will give you an ever so slight advantage, for example, my system at one time when I was playing Bad Company 2, I had a keyboard that would not accept more than maybe 3 button presses at once and a really basic 3-button mouse. I replaced those with a keyboard that could handle more than 3 presses at once and a mouse with thumb buttons, which I was able to bind my melee attack to one of them. This allowed my knife kills to absolutely skyrocket. However, because I am not a very good gamer in general, I just get on there to have fun, I don't give a shit if I'm not any good, the fact remains that I had people that had worse kit than I did, had a slower system than I did, and they still ruined me. And that was just basically because they were a better player than I am. No ultra super duper U-Butte keyboard, mouse, and computer and monitor will substitute for pure skill. Hell, there are people out there that are so good at playing with a controller, they are able to hold their own against keyboard and mouse. And their sensitivity on their controllers are ramped so far up, it's kind of scary.
And now my final reason is...
Oh, final reason. I love short videos.
You can just sit on the couch, you can chill with your friends, you don't have to be super competitive, you just gotta chill.
Well, guess what? You can do that. There are plenty of split screen titles on Steam, and you can just plug your, and the controller support, so you can use an Xbox One controller if you want to use an Xbox One controller, and just, it's all Bluetooth. Windows 10 completely natively supports Xbox One controllers, so it's just a matter of plug and play. You then also just need to plug your PC into your TV via HDMI, because that's a thing. And if you don't want to do that, and you don't want to move the PC from the gamer's cave, you can use a thing called a Steam Link and just stream all that stuff from the computer in the gamer's cave to your TV.
You don't have to be slunched over the desk looking at your monitor like 5 inches. Like whenever I play PC game, that's kind of like what you have to do. Like as you can see in the background, I'm not lying.
Oh, you aren't? Because you are. You don't need to sit at a desk with your face frickin' virtually pressed up against a screen, as I pointed out in the previous point, the couch co-op point, the couch with your mates point. Because you know what, I'm fucking ending it here. Even if you play on a $400 PC, which I fucking doubt, but even if it is true, that really makes you a dead set, fair dinkum, shit for brains drongo that needs to be eaten by drop beers and Tunnyfar. Okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, if you have enjoyed this video and you would like to see more of this type, by all means, link me in the comments below or on my Twitter any console peasant quotes from comments, articles, other videos, and I'll try and get to them. But keep in mind that my channel isn't meant to be a debunking channel. This is just doing these types of videos is a bit of a guilty pleasure of mine. There are people out there that do it a lot better than I, like Fratanga, Rags, Bullet Barry, Fringy, and Top Hats and Champagne. By the way, their channel links are in the description below. I've been the Anzac Gamer, also known as Angelite85. Thank you for stopping by. Keep that beer on ice, and I'll see you around like a Risol. In Nohora.